Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sonoran Living. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I am Tracy Cornett, and I am thrilled to present today's show. Of course, you up in northern Arizona have it really lucky, don't you, without this hot temperature? Well, our makeover-ree is from that area. You're going to meet her in just a little while, as it is Monday. Plus, she is loud, sometimes shocking, and never boring. We're talking about comedian Sandra Bernhard. She's now adding talk show host to her illustrious resume. This Phoenix semi-native sits down to talk with us a little later in the show. And wait till you see the home tour we are presenting today. This designer, Leslie Archer, it's the first time you've met her. And this is the Caribbean room you're looking at right now, one of many in this house that completely reflects the homeowner's personality. Oh my gosh, you should see it. Again, this is just a taste. Wait till you see what they did with the bathroom. It used to be peach and teal. She's completely redecorated it, and you're gonna get a real treat. Oh, especially when you see the kitchen. You're just gonna die. Plus, John Paul, he is in our kitchen this morning. How are you, John Paul?
It's the end of the summer, so we're gonna have our big hurrah. Fresh basil, gorgeous tortellini. We're gonna make a beautiful broth sauce with peas, with sun-dried tomatoes, with Parmesan cheese. And did you know that the tortellini was based on Venus's navel? If you look real close, beautiful. We're gonna show you how to cook these little gems.
John Paul acting all mellow and sultry in the kitchen this morning. The perfect transition to our sultry Monday makeover segment. Actually, this morning we have a great letter because this boy, this young man, I should say, wrote a while back, and I was really touched by this letter, and we're so excited to include it today. This was written by Javier, 23 years old, currently a junior at Arizona State University, majoring in computer science. He says his family moved to Arizona 20 years ago from Texas. He lives in the valley, but the rest of the family still lives in northern Arizona, in Edgar, which is just northeast of the Show Low Pine Top area. Well, he wanted to write in for his mom, I believe, during the Mother's Day contest, but we didn't get to include her there. She's 45 years old, the mother of 3 kids. He also has a 3.5-year-old little sister who's sitting next to him in the audience this morning. She is also, mom that is, the grandmother of a 2.5-year-old girl. We have a pretty diverse family, he writes, 15 years between the 2 sisters. I, of course, think my mom is very beautiful already. I'm sure you will agree. She looks so young. And here's where he gets to the crux of the matter. She just celebrated her 25th wedding anniversary with my father on May 1st, he writes. But since I only work part-time, I was unable to get her much for their anniversary as well as for her birthday, which was back in March. I'm hoping you can feature her on one of your upcoming shows. I've always wanted her to get a makeover. She's pretty much had the same hairstyle for years. She wears very little makeup. I think she'd really look her best if she had a little help from some professionals on your show. All right, Javier. He writes, she watches your show faithfully up in Edgar. This would be a great surprise for her if we could do this for her. Well, the whole family is here with us today. Right now, though, we want you to meet Mom. How are you this morning?
Fine.
We are thrilled to have you. What a wonderful young man. You have such a wonderful young man as a son. He sent, and I don't have it to show you all, but he sent a picture of the 2 of you together, which also touched my heart. He really, really loves you, it's clear.
Yeah, he is.
Now,
The family's great.
You have your daughter out there as well.
Yes.
Is she still 3.5?
Oh, she just turned 4 in August 6th. Yeah.
Wonderful, and you're a grandma. Well, actually, Christopher was telling me when you came in for a consultation, you look so fabulous already. There's so little he could do, he said.
Oh, I'm sure he'll do a great job.
Well, what are you hoping for?
Anything different. Like my son said, I've had the same hairstyle pretty much. Well, I need something different.
All right, Christopher. Well, like you said it yourself, nice to have you back. It's been a
Nice
long
to be
time.
back.
Christopher Callio from Giggles. What do you hope to do?
Well, I'm going to take her length up a little bit more than it is. She's already pretty much short, but I figure if I can take it up and expose the neck, you're going to get a completely different look out of that. And then her layers were pretty short, so that's really going to work out with what I want to do.
Okay. Did you do some color for her?
I absolutely did, and at the moment, I don't know if you can really see them.
I see some tinges. Can you put your head down just a second, and we can see a little bit of auburn in there, it looks like.
A lot of people with really dark hair, when they get highlights, have a tendency to go so light that it looks really striped and not highlighted. So we gave her some nice coppery highlights just to brighten her up a little bit. She's never had her hair colored before. This was her natural dark hair, not a gray hair in her whole head. But
you are so fortunate, Lourdes. I love that name, Lourdes Campos. I called her Mom earlier, but Lourdes is your name. Madonna named her little girl that. I'm sure you've heard that a lot.
I did.
Well, Athena, come on over. Switch places with Christopher quickly. I had to wear my autumnal colors because I know you're into that. Will you do that for Lourdes this morning?
Yes, I will. I want to bring some of the fall trends out in her. She is beautiful cheekbones, great lips. I want to kind of bring her eyes out a little bit more. But other than that, I'm just going to go with the fall colors and give her a real pretty look. Because as she said in her letter, she doesn't wear very much makeup.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I just
and
want to
she
give her a little
doesn't-
more.
Look at her skin.
I know, her skin's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, I love it. You know, when there's no work to be done, it should be easy for you all, but I know you want to make a dramatic transformation, so stay tuned, everyone. You guys can all get to work, and I'm going to tell everyone what's coming up next on Sonoran Living. Sandra Bernhardt talks one-on-one with our own Erin Garrett. That's coming up in about 2 segments away. Later in the show, also, can something as simple as aspirin help women battle against that deadly ovarian cancer? That's coming up later. But up next, a look inside a home that will inspire you to probably redecorate yours. Some of the most incredible custom touches, just packed with personality. You're going to see how this home is now a reflection of the homeowners with the help of designer Leslie Archer. That's coming up next when Sonoran Living returns.
Sonoran Living is brought to you by Robin Stuckey, America's leader in quality home furnishings and interior design.
Staying healthy, it matters to you and your family. But with all the information out there, how do you know you're doing everything you can?
And that's where News 15 comes in. Watch for our 2 Minutes to Better Health report.
Weeknights at 10:15 on News 15.
It's a lot more upbeat, and that's the difference.
People are talking about the difference on Light Rock 98.7.
It is a new kind of sound. The station has great energy.
It ain't no elevator, you know.
I love this music. It's a great variety of light rock. All my favorite artists. Light Rock 98.7.
K-Light, it's a new sound. I love it.
It's a lot more upbeat. No matter what I'm doing, it makes my day go by faster.
There's no other station like this in Phoenix.
Light Rock 98.7. K-Light, you ought to try it.
Work with the best orchards in the country, and you'll know a thing or two about apple juice. Choose great seafood day in and day out, and you'll know what makes a great can of tuna. Stock one of the best produce departments around, and you'll know how to pick the best of the crop. Safeway brands. When we say they're as good as the national brands, we're speaking from experience.
Have you been arrested for a DUI or criminal offense?
I'm Robert Arntz of the law firm of Phillips & Associates. I'm board certified as a specialist in criminal law, and I can help you if you've been arrested for a DUI or any criminal offense. An experienced attorney can make a difference, and we can accept your DUI or criminal case with little or no money down and provide aggressive representation. That's right, little or no money down to begin your case. Call us now to schedule your free office visit, 602-258-8888.
Why watch cable TV when you can watch Dish Network from Valley Satellite, the satellite TV source? For a limited time, get over 100 of America's best channels, all in digital quality for only $9 a month. Plus, buy any Dish Network system and get free standard professional installation. Save $462 and get the best programming in America. Can your cable company do that? So call now and join thousands that have switched from cable TV to satellite TV from Valley Satellite, the satellite TV source.
You're watching ABC 15 Sonora Living, proud recipient of 2 Rocky Mountain Emmy Awards.
Peach and teal. If you bought a home in the Valley a few years back, that was the color scheme you sought out. But these days, that's not exactly the palette most homeowners want to deal with. Well, take a look at this house. This is a perfect example of an older home restored in all its splendor to keep up with the new millennium, right? And this is the woman who made it all happen. Leslie Archer of LA Designs. I love the dramatic entry. Come on over, Leslie.
Hey, Tracy. It's good to see you.
Oh, I am thrilled to be working with you because everything you've ever done, first of all, I've loved. Let's take a peek at this living room. What did the homeowners want?
When I was brought in, we counseled together. I asked her lots of leading questions, trying to understand maybe that excited her, that would best represent her as the homeowner. And when she brought me in, basically we started there, and the rest is a journey that has happened along the way.
Now, she did have a couple of pieces. These 2 pieces she wanted to keep, and then you worked around it, right?
Right. The tables that you see in the living room here, the console table back behind the sofa and also the cocktail table in the center, were both existing pieces that had rather an old-fashioned finish on them, kind of a dated finish, as you referred to earlier. A local artisan in the Valley came in and worked with us, and we got a brand new finish in it, and it breathed new life into them. It's a combination of many things. A lot of items that the homeowner had. We took some pieces of furniture and reupholstered them, had them redone. They're also represented here in the 4 purple chairs that are in the living room. This is actually custom milled fabric that the homeowner requested.
Wow.
So these were brought in.
What do you feel are the most unexpected moments in this room?
This house is filled with unexpected moments, and anything that has a bauble or a bead or a tassel or some sort of a frill or something fun to it, we have thrown it into this room.
Well, this is one. I'm sorry,
Yes.
but this speaks to me right here.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that. What a great statement from the back of a chair is usually so boring.
And it's something very simple to do. Anyone can take a simple chair, whether it be wood-backed or upholstered. You use an element like this, which is actually a curtain tie back, and we have pinned it on here with real simple little upholstery pins and just let it hang down.
This room is a beautiful demonstration of how color should be used. Leslie recommends creating a basic palette of 3 colors, then exploring the highs and lows of each. I want to go into the dining room and look at the unexpected moments in there.
Okay.
Come on. Leslie, a lot of folks do get intimidated thinking I'd have to start from scratch, but this gorgeous dining room is the culmination of some older things
Absolutely.
with some new touches, right?
Absolutely, and I'm excited to share this with you simply for what you just said. This was a room that once again, when we came in, we gently fauxed the walls to kind of give it a soft background, not too loud, but to wrap and hold cohesively everything that we were going to bring about in the inside of it. A couple of examples here that we did. These were existing chairs. We just simply picked out a fabric and had them reupholstered, threw a little bright bit of purple on it to give it, again, another statement, threw a little ostrich feather pillow on it, and voila, we get something that's a little bit more powerful, a little bit more
and
fun.
the window treatment's so simple, an ultra suede, beautiful banding, and that's again a fabric brought in from the family room, the living area, so that ties it all in.
How insightful of you, because it's just a real light little touch. These are ultra suede drapes, not lined, not hemmed, simple tab tops, and a touch of the fabric up at the top, as you said, that was represented in the entry as you walked in.
Well, speaking of touch, I love these tassels. What an
Aren't they
elegant touch
yummy?
that is, and they feel delicious. They do. I love it. But this is the piece de resistance, in my opinion.
Okay.
Tell us about that gorgeous shelf.
This is a table that was designed by LA Design. It was made again by a fabricator in the valley. It's made out of steel. The gold balls represent are supportive of other things that have happened in the dining room. It's fauxed and finished by an artist with a hardwood top. We drilled the top of it in order to hide the cord from the little lamp that's on top of it, and
it's got that whimsical touch that just makes you smile when you look at it. And I love this. This was a standard built-in behind.
Yes, over on the other side of the dining room, we have a piece that was actually put in just by the builder.
Doesn't look standard anymore.
No, it does not, and it was very simple. By bringing in an artist and again just picking up on the tones in the room, we put a fabulous finish on it and made it look like a custom piece.
What a statement it makes. But that kitchen, take me there.
Are you ready? Tracy, welcome to the kitchen that will make you smile in the morning when you get up.
Oh, this is fabulous.
We had talked earlier about power colors in the house, and in the kitchen, the homeowner selected red. It's a country French kitchen, and as you can see around the table, we have just the good old-fashioned, hard, solid table, rather neutral, and with some really strong red chairs, surrounded by the folk art. And if you notice up above the windows, we have once again another custom creation by an artisan in the valley, made out of iron: health, love, wealth, and time to enjoy.
That is such the motto for any wonderful warm house, and this one has it right there inscribed for all to see. But that other piece of iron over the kitchen window is darling.
Yes.
Les cuisines de Marie.
The homeowner loves to cook and loves to entertain, as we said, and her name is Mary, and that's what we created for her over one of the places that she spends quite a bit of her time, actually.
But you would never, ever believe that this was an ugly, outdated kitchen.
It was, very much so.
It just looks so new. Everything looks so new.
The wallpaper was flocked, and the countertops are corian, which is a wonderful thing to use nowadays still. Around the countertops, we had again, the peach and the teal tile.
Did you really?
We knocked that out, yes, and put a little periwinkle trim in there. Had the artist do a little finger rub around the cabinets, as you can see right here, with just a hint of the same color. The wallpaper is actually torn wallpaper. Just torn paper is the name of the process.
But look, I mean, you did it on the door, and it's just one beautiful palette instead of a broken up, area.
Yes.
I guess that's the whole point
Yeah,
of it.
the door is, the reason that we did it that way is because the door made a rather loud statement. And this way, by covering the door, we kind of made it go away. You don't pay attention to it.
I love that look.
Leslie added shelving to spotlight the homeowner's darling accessories. A custom ceramic backsplash and a custom pot rack, bordered in tile that matches the island. Now the entire kitchen speaks of the homeowner's personality.
Well, now that we've fed our stomachs, we can go retire to a gorgeous room in this house as well. Show us the master, would you?
Okay, let's go.
What a unique resting place. Leslie, what inspired this room?
Well, that's an interesting question, Tracy. I think I'd have to say, once again, the homeowner. She loves the Caribbean, and she put the challenge to me to take her master bedroom, which was absolutely huge and overwhelming and way too white, and to charm it, to bring it in and make it more cozy.
But come on, who would think of doing a ceiling like this?
The ceiling was definitely a challenge. There were many people that feared to even attempt this. This is a natural grass bambooing, and believe it or not, we did it. We accomplished it.
It's so impressive, that, and then you've got this beautiful rug down here.
Yes.
What's
a sisal. That would be a sisal mat. We laid it on the existing carpet. And what that does is it pulls the whole room together. We have all these beautiful decorative accessories, the trees, the bedding, the wall, but somehow we needed to pull it all together, make it cohesive, and that was done by the big area throw on the floor.
But this wall, I have never seen anything like it. It's cork.
That's your cork wallpaper, that's correct, and it has a copper background. We just it's a wallpaper, and we put it up very quickly and simply and kind of warmed up back behind the bed once again.
You wrapped this bed in this fabric, which gives it that, well, it's got that kind of mosquito netting,
Yes.
Caribbean feel.
It does. In this particular situation, I actually brought in another designer. Her name is Barbara Como with Inspirations, and she was another designer on the staging of this room with me, and she did the wrapping and is very, very good at it. It's an art.
It
It's
is an
true
art. And look at the fan. What a great touch.
Yes. Your Caribbean fan. If you've got a Caribbean room, you need a Caribbean fan.
Leslie, the master bath. That is something with a whole story of its own. Should we go in there?
Sure. I'd be glad to share
We're
that
talking
with you.
teal again.
Okay.
How did you transform teal tile?
Once again, the monster of this house. It was a challenge. I met these people 3 years ago, and I begged not to have to deal with this bathroom. But once we finally got to this point, we took the existing finish on the walls, did a beautiful new coat of paint over the top of it, which pushed the tile back a little bit, didn't let it be as bold and as loud as it was in the beginning. We had some custom-made tiles, as you'll see behind you here, traced by an artist in Cave Creek. Laughing Glass is the name of it.
And you just like overlaid it or what?
Yes, we overlaid because you have to be real careful when you're dealing with a vintage tile like this. If you were to crack it or break it, it would be hard to replace it. So we had to set on the top of it.
It's so pretty, and then you've got all this color and laughter that brings to the room. I love it, and these accessories all speak volumes as well.
Again, and you know, quite often, Tracy, what happens is powder rooms and bathrooms get neglected, and it's an area that we spend tons of time in, and an area that we actually get pretty ourselves, and so why not have it be an area that surrounds us and supports that and makes us feel just that much more special.
Glimpses of glass continue in the sparkling accessories like this lampshade and whimsical candle holders.
You use what it is that makes you happy.
Another beautiful bath in this home, the powder room and the hallway right outside of it. They're both punctuated by a powerful color scheme.
We gathered a few little wonderful treasures about the house, and we worked off of a black and gold scheme, created a little drama, a little bit of interest as your guest would walk, or yourself would walk towards the bathroom. A little diamond ring, a little potpourri, and a little candlelight, and you've got a wonderful place to be.
And behind the door, another unexpected moment. A collection of mirrors with an insightful, decorative pillow, again, reflecting the essence of the homeowner.
The right thing to do as a designer is to capture the personality and the essence of the homeowner and help bring that about for them, because they truly are the ones that live in here, and it's their haven, it's their home.
Well, Leslie Archer of LA Designs, thank you for showing
Thank
us
you.
your masterpiece.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, does your personality, is it reflected in your home like that? Well, if you would like Leslie Archer to work her magic in your home, you can call LA Designs at 480-657-0736. Well, from an elegant Valley woman to one of the brashest, right? In fact, some have called her one of the most obnoxious women on television. Others praise her brutal honesty. Now she's landed her own talk show. Yes, Sandra Bernhardt. Aaron Garrett will take on this gritty comedian when we come back on Sonora Living.
Sonora Living is being brought to you in part by Light Rock 98.7, K-Light.
Camp is where it all begins. Talent emerges. Respect grows. Raw rookies and wise veterans become teammates bonded. And championship dreams are born.